What's going on, people? It is Irish Gunner HD here. You can call me Irish, and today I have a new series I'm starting up called Will It Drift. Basically, I'll take any random car that I either decide to pick myself, or maybe you guys can vote on something from Forza 4, um, and I will basically test it out as standard, uh, then upgrade it a little bit, and then fully tune it, and then do a review on how it drifts at each stage. Some cars will be able to drift well, completely untuned, unbuilt, or whatever you want to call it. Some will just need a little bit of work, like say add a turbocharger or put in some like race suspension or race weight reduction or whatever. And then some cars will actually just need to be fully built into fully like S class 500, 600 horsepower cars before they'll start sliding. So with that said, that's the introduction out of the way. Let's get on to today's car. So for today's car, we have the 2010 Acura TSX, or as we here in Ireland call it, the Honda Accord. It's as standard. It's 280 horsepower with 254 foot-pounds of torque, and it weighs 3,664 pounds. The main notes that I came up with here, it's really bouncy. It's a very heavy. It's kind of a luxury sedan kind of car. You wouldn't really think it because it doesn't look that big, but when you look at it closer, it's 4 doors. It is big enough. So yeah, the springs are really soft in it, so it's very bouncy. I noticed immediately that it seemed like the power was there at first. I thought maybe the problem would be just getting a little bit more power out of it, kind of add on a turbocharger or something like that, and stiffen up the suspension. And it could have been good to go, but I later learned, you'll see in a bit, that that's not quite the way it panned out. You'll see now coming up here, I managed to get a decent entry. Now there will be one clip from going each direction, and I'll be using Sunset's club as my testing ground for every car in the series. But yeah, you see I got a cool little entry here, but I've made a note here that it's basically power sliding. That's all you're doing. You're just pulling the handbrake and power sliding a bit. It's really not drifting in stock form. So there's potential there. Like when I was driving it, I could see potential in it. It was getting sidewards. It was just very soft, very bouncy, and felt like it needed a bit more power. So as we turn it around here, the clip will fade off, and then we'll see. So I did a bit of body work, beefed it up a bit, added some. I just put on the Mugen kit and Advan RG2s. I put on the twin turbos conversion, race suspension, race transmission, just to get the gear changes a bit, the gear ratios and stuff like that, it more suitable for the car, and race weight reduction, just to remove some of the weight. And you can see here immediately there's a decent difference. It's not insane. Like it's not linking the corners terribly well, but a lot of the body roll is gone. It's not as bouncy. There is a little more power there. Actually, there is now. It's gone from 280 horsepower to 336, just with the twin turbos alone. So 336 horsepower, 305 foot-pound of torque, gone up from 254 foot-pounds, and it's gone down to 3,261 pounds weight, compared to the 3,664 pounds. So as you can see now, take the corner well, it's able to transition stuff like these two corners well, but then it just kind of fizzles out, so it's lacking on power, definitely. It's just, it needs more power. Like I said, at first I thought maybe the power was there, like it felt like it might have enough, and I get the little wall tap there like a Sur, but yeah, it definitely needed more power. So you'll see in the next clip that I fully tune it and I do my best with it, but we'll see how that goes. Alright, and here it is. I've kept the same wheels, the same body kit, just painted it in my kind of standard purple colour with the green wheels. And so here we go. It's not a whole lot better. It does feel sharper. The extra power is very helpful. I've gone basically balls out on this now. There's everything, all the Transmission and clutch and stuff like that, that's all race roll cage, race front and rear anti-roll bars. I can't remember the exact things that I did for the engine upgrades, but like they're all maxed out, not just for the sake of maxing them out, but like as I would usually tune a car, like, and build a car. I've gone completely not overkill, but like I've done what I would do to a car if I was building it to be like as good as it can be. So now it's on 405 horsepower, 368 foot-pounds of torque, 3,304 pounds. So again, obviously an overall improvement, but it's still not enough power for how heavy it is. I don't think it's still over 3,300 pounds. Like, that's still very heavy, and to only have 405 horsepower trying to push that is not the easiest thing in the world. So I hit the wall there, failing. It just shows that it's really not an easy car to use. So I think it feels definitely sharper, it feels better, but to answer the question of the series, does it drift? Will it drift? Overall, I'd have to say no. It's definitely not going to be my first choice, or I probably won't ever use it again, which is a shame because it's a great looking car, but it doesn't drift. It doesn't, not for me in any way. It's highly subjective. It's probably pretty subjective between like different people's tunes and different people's builds and stuff like that, how they make cars, but for me, I just couldn't get it to work. So that's that. I hope you enjoyed episode 1. I hope it wasn't too kind of dull and factful. I had a lot of stuff written down, so I was just kind of reciting facts, but hope you found it interesting. And if you'd like to request a car, feel free to in the comment section below. Leave a like if you liked it, and subscribe for more if you haven't done so already. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.